It's showtime.
BS and Beer Media in association with STWF TV, the podcasting network. We present to you the Frenemies Fantasy Football Podcast.
What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Dale. Welcome into the show. Today, I got Kyle and I got Tim with me. What's up, you guys?
What's up, Dale?
What's up? What's up?
All good, man. All good. You know, I watching our show last week and discovered that the intern messed up the graphic. Was supposed to say week 10 and it said week 9. So, you know.
Dale's just going to blame anybody for anything he messes up. I'm just going to be real.
What week are we in? I thought this was 12. What are you talking about?
Well, yeah, this is 11 this time, though. But if y'all don't see 11 on the graphic, y'all gotta let me know something.
That's higher than Kyle can count. All right, he's only got 5.
Show, I mean,
yeah, we're
use your toes, man. Use your toes. It's all good.
yeah. JPP,
All right.
you saw he got signed?
Wait, who that?
Didn't JPP get signed somewhere?
Yes.
He did get signed.
Look at Tim trying to break Saints news. That's
I didn't
cute.
try to break nothing, Mr. Eight Fingers.
Yeah, 8. He's only missing 2. Okay, I still like it.
Yeah.
Well, I need somebody that's gonna tackle the quarterback because Saints defense can't tackle the quarterback. We get close, almost.
Yeah.
It's like that fisherman.
Mhm.
Oh, you're so close.
You know Dale don't fish, by the way. He just did that whole trying to
I
reel
have
in
no
around.
idea how to fish.
All right,
No
you know.
idea.
Oh, well, I tell people you should have got JPP on the cheap though, because like I tell people, I got a 3-legged dog out in my yard. You know,
Mhm.
I go around with everybody. He takes about a quarter less to feed than normal dogs.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right, let's start with drinks. Tim, what you got?
Oh man, look, we got the Great Value brand.
Yeah.
Working Man's Beer, Great Value brand today. All right, Tecate. We got the Tecate.
Oh, that's the Great Value bag for real? Like,
Mexican lager. Yeah.
Yeah,
Great
the
Value
Mexican
brand
Great
Mexican
Value.
lager. Yeah. Then you know, no Mexican lagers without the lime squeeze. You got that extra little lime squeeze in there. You know,
why is that necessary though? I don't understand.
you've never understood the lime squeeze. You got if you're getting a Mexican lager, you have some lime in it, man. All right. And I'm too lazy to get limes from the grocery store, so I buy one that lasts like a month.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with that. You know,
Yeah.
just I'm just curious why that beer needs lime. You know,
It's a Mexican lager.
It's Mexican, that's why. Yeah.
Okay. A lot of limes go in Mexico.
Margaritas. All right. You noticing a flavor palette going on right with all my drinks, right? Like we got this lime thing.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. You got pink drinks, I got lime drinks.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I can't argue with that. Kyle, what you got?
I got leftover drinks. So yeah, I got the pink drinks and the lime drinks. I got the leftover drinks. I had family in town, and so I'm drinking Cabernet Sauvignon, something like that. It's a red wine, so that's what I'm drinking today, and not bad, 14.9%. So
All right.
I like
All
it.
right.
drinking easy.
I feel like Kyle has a roulette wheel on his fridge of what he's about to drink.
That's a good way to
No,
do
man.
it right there.
Yeah.
No,
One
it's
of
just that dad life, man. I'm eating all the leftovers. I'm drinking all the leftovers. You know, that's just me.
Yeah.
I'm doing it for
Big
my family.
Big wheel from The Price is Right. You know.
Yeah. No, I feel you. All right, and I have.
Mhm.
I'm sticking with the pink. Okay. Yeah, we're pink color. That's right. Watermelon juice and some tequila. That's what we're rolling with today.
Nice. All right. I like it.
Next
Right.
week, I want to see some pink ice in there too. That ice is white. It's gonna taint your drink.
It takes a lot of work to do all that, Tim. All right. Oh goodness. All right. Let's get into some news and injury information here, because it's another week of fantasy. We've got to talk about some injuries. So let's get over there. And first injury, we're going to talk about T. Higgins. He's out Thursday, hamstring issue. T. Higgins, I appreciate you being out. Appreciate that. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't try to gut it out and then give us 2 snaps or 0 snaps.
Exactly.
A 0.
Kind of a blessing in disguise right there for sure.
Yes. Yeah, I appreciate that. Deshaun Watson to undergo season-ending shoulder surgery. This was kind of a surprise because like the Browns came back to win that game versus the Ravens. Deshaun Watson was doing his thing. And now he's gone for the year now. So,
there has to be something that we're missing. Like, did he get paid like an enormous amount of money and now he just doesn't want to play? It's like, are we missing something? Oh, that did happen? Okay.
Well, no, from what I hear though, he played through a broken bone or something like that with his shoulder, and he's got a high ankle sprain. So it sounded like he really gutted it out to get them to win. I think we should give him a little bit of credit for this win.
Not enough to win no fantasy games. I'm not giving him that much credit, but super mediocre performance every time I try to start him on my team.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Keenan Allen considered day-to-day. He's got a shoulder injury. So keep an eye on that. Justin Jefferson practicing, but he probably won't start this week. So yeah, keep an eye on that one too. I think he's going to be back by next week.
Yeah,
and I'm going to be curious to see the connection between him and Dobbs. So,
I mean, it doesn't really look like they need him. Did y'all notice that? Y'all see that graphic where Vikings are 1-4 this season with him and 5-0 without him?
Yeah, it should.
The best wide receiver in the NFL. Like what?
Yeah.
Hey, trade for Mike Thomas. How about that?
Yeah.
TJ Hawk.
Yeah, TJ Hawkinson was freaking awesome.
We love Hawk.
We love Hawk. I love it, Kyle. Good job.
Just gonna burn myself before you get the chance to.
Yeah, you saw it coming. See, he's getting on to my tactics around here.
Got a counter,
Oh, yeah.
The last injury to talk about, Damian Pierce, still not practicing. It looks like he's probably going to miss another week. So it'll be the Singletary show again in Houston. So we talked about some guys that were injured. You're not going to be able to use them. But we've got a flip side of that, because now we got guys coming back. That's right. Guys are coming back. I'll do it again.
I love it.
Like it deserves to be played twice at least. Okay. So Zay Jones is back at practice, although he had been arrested for a misdemeanor. You might want to keep an eye on that one too, but he is still practicing. Devin Achane is back at practice, so it's going to be a little bit of a split backfield with the Dolphins. So keep an eye on that one. I think this guy could be a league winner for you. Justin Fields is expected to start this week versus the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
Tim,
Speaking of league winners, damn.
Tim, what's the latest you're hearing on Justin Fields coming back, Tim? I know you got all the info.
I do not. I don't have any of the info. I like how you put me up there, though. I have no info for Justin Fields. I don't like Justin Fields. I don't like Dale. Dale loves Justin Fields. That's one reason why I don't like him. So, all the pieces right there. They just don't fall in.
You're terrible, Tim. All right, Justin Fields is a damn man. All right.
Yeah. He's your man. He's your man. You seen that meme with the possum protecting the trash cans? Like, this is my stuff. This is my junk. That's Dale. It's like, this is my junk.
Okay. All right.
I eventually you got to move on from Justin Fields and start bragging about CJ Stroud because you got him too.
Yeah, I got him too.
I mean,
but this is a nice fun joke here, though.
It's like now I'm gonna start it's like falling in love with a fat chick and you got a really good looking chick that is all over you. But
hey, look, I'm talking about the big women now. Look, all right, it's getting cold. You're gonna need your big woman. Everybody needs a big woman in the cold. All right.
Dude.
All right.
Cuddle
up with your big girl, okay? Things gonna be all right.
She put that arm around you. Yeah.
What you need, man.
They're so little, you just grab him up, girl. Yeah, I'm taking you home.
Apologize to any of the BBWs out there listening, okay? Don't worry about my co-host here.
Wait. That's why me and Dale be good wingmen together. We're looking at two totally different things. All right, we're in the same spectrum. So
KJ Osborne is more than likely to play on Sunday against Denver. That will give Minnesota yet another target for Dobbs to throw to. And we wrap this up with Michael Carter claimed by Arizona after being waived by the Jets. Do any of you guys think we will see anything come of Michael Carter this year? Or depth piece?
Seems like a good number 2 behind James Conner, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's kind of crazy. I mean, if they didn't have Dalvin Cook in New York, he'd still be there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Arizona's offense is on the up right now, so.
Yeah, Collar's back. Looked pretty good last week and everything too. So, yeah. Okay. Let's look at some guys. Well, first, let's talk about some other guys that we talked about last week. We brought up CJ Stroud and Noah Brown last week. We wanted to know if you guys were rolling with them or not. And CJ Stroud put up 41 points last week. Noah Brown put up 21 points. So these are good guys to be rolling with.
Am I eating some words here? Is this what that is? It's some words that you wrote down that I said?
No, these were just guys that we talked about last week.
Yeah.
And then I'm giving you the results. It has nothing to do with you per se, but maybe you probably said something wrong, so Tim was wrong again. How about that?
Yeah.
All right, Rachaad White, we talked about him. He scored 24 points. And we talked about Josh Dobbs, of course. He scored 25 points. So these are all guys that, you should have been rolling with. Oh, hold on a second. Look at that. Big ladies. That's right.
Yummy.
You got another vote for the big ladies, okay?
Top Gun for life, Emerson. There you are. Right.
We love the big girls. Okay, that's what we do.
All
right. But we got 3 new candidates this week. And let's start off with Devin Singletary.
Ooh.
Devin Singletary, he did his thing last week. Let me pull up his results here. He actually got 23 points there. And this is, without the other running back, Pierce, because he was hurt. And so now he pretty much has the job to himself. So are you rolling with him the rest of the year or not?
I feel like it kind of depends on what's going on with Pierce.
Well,
he had
he's
30,
gonna be hurt again this week. So
yeah, but I don't expect him to have 30 carries, and then he had 2 targets and he caught one of them, so he had 31 total touches. Like, you cannot expect that to happen every week.
Okay.
I feel like it just was kind of like the game flow and what they were trying to run against Cincinnati. Like, I have him on some of my teams. I want to roll with him and say, yeah, this is going to carry over. Like the Texans offense, they keep going up and up and up. We like what we see, right? But I do not expect him to have 31 carries, 31 touches in a game. So I don't know. I don't want to roll with him. I'm not sold just yet, but you can't deny like 30 carries for 150, like 5 yards solid a carry. Like the numbers don't lie. I'm just not like totally sold yet.
But it's something to be said about a guy that's going to get all the work.
Yeah, that's volume. That's straight volume.
Yeah. What you think, Tim?
I think that looking at strength of schedule, my famous words over here. I think that he's good to the playoffs. He's got a bad schedule in the playoffs. Texans to the running back position, they have a bad schedule in the playoffs. But let's see here. He's ranked RB20 this week, so I think he's going to be right there, RB2, RB3, until Pierce comes back. He's probably going to get 20 plus carries a game. That's what I'm going to guess. He's not always going to get 31. 31 is a ridiculous amount of number.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of volume is considered 25 or so. So, that's an extra lot of volume.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm actually thinking he's going to end up sticking with the job because Pierce has done nothing this year, bro. Nothing. Like,
yeah.
I'm honestly considering cutting him in Dynasty. Like, that's.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
How are you just going to cut him? I tried to trade for him last year.
Yeah.
Remember that?
No.
Yeah.
I don't remember your trades because I ignore your trades. So it don't make sense.
I'm not a fat girl, so he doesn't pay attention to me. That's it.
Oh, goodness. All right. Brian Robinson Jr.
Oh.
This guy scored 27 points last week. Now, Tim, I know you have him on one of your teams.
Yeah, I got
you rolling with him.
Man, this is hard. It's hard for me. He's a high RB2, low RB1, week to week, and but I think it's very game script oriented for him and Gibson, and so it's a hard one, man. I don't really enjoy owning Brian Robinson and Antonio Gibson on the same team. Plus, even if I just owned Brian Robinson, he'd be a fringe starter, a flex for me most of the time. So,
that's a yes or no?
I mean, I already got him, so I'm keeping him.
Yeah, but how do you feel about putting him in your starting lineup every week the rest of the season?
The rest of the season, every week?
Yes.
That's not a cool question to ask.
Are you rolling with him? Yeah, that's what you mean when you're rolling with him.
I'd roll him with in that flex. I'd roll him with him in the flex.
Cool.
Yeah. So keeping him as a great flex option.
Mm-hmm.
When the matchups are good, put him in.
Yeah. All right, Kyle, what you think?
I feel like most of his points were kind of like just PPR catches. I was going against him. Somebody played him in the flex. And he had that 51-yard catch and run for a touchdown, like early in the game.
Yeah.
So he's sitting at he had like 11 points, like right off the bat.
Right.
And then only ended up having like another 6 in standard scoring throughout the game. So I'm thinking really it kind of just depends on your league that you're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
standard, like without that 51-yard burst, he's not putting up a great game. And I'm not sold on anybody in Washington. Like Sam Howell, he's doing his thing. He's throwing to everybody, leading the league in passing yards. I get it, but Washington is just such a sketchy move for me. Like I can't start any of their wideouts, like between Robinson and Gibson. Like I'm worried about all that. So I feel like the only play in Washington is Sam Howell at this point.
Logan Thomas has been pretty good for tight ends, though.
Yeah.
Washington.
yes.
So, tight end is always a wasteland. So
Mhm.
you get a guy putting up, 5-6 points. Hey, that's a starter.
Yeah.
8 points.
So yeah. All right. For me, I'm gonna say, yeah. I mean, go ahead and roll with them. It's not gonna be pretty. These are not like number one backs, like McCaffrey or AK or whatever, things like that. Like this is like that back you're grinding it out with. And look, most of my teams are built that way. I'm gotta grind it out with some guys. And
Yeah.
I
Do
had
you?
him. I
Say that
just be
again?
grinding them out. So
You got to grind it out with some guys.
Right. That's why
So-
we love Hawk, bro.
I'm sorry. I'm on this thing today. Look, if they ever traded Gibson, I was really hoping they were going to trade Gibson, and Brian Robinson would be that guy. I would, whatever he's been scoring every week this year, I think he'd have +8, +10 points to whatever he's been scoring with Gibson gone.
Yeah, maybe so. But look, that's the NFL. They're just gonna get another guy and mix in with him, and that's all gonna happen. It'll be a different guy.
Yeah.
Okay, last one I've got, Brandon Cooks.
All right.
Let's see. Brandon Cooks scored 32 points last week.
Yeah, he did.
Oh.
So this was a big surprise for me. But look, Dallas as a whole went off. Like I had Dak. I mean, you see Dak, he's gonna be on our cover this week. Dak just did his thing, and like this been 2 good weeks for him. If anybody besides CD Lamb, will consistently catch the ball, like Dak has given you opportunities. So I would say I'd say yeah, I'm probably rolling with him in my third position. I got him, and maybe play the matchups a little bit. What do you think, Kyle?
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling rolling with Brandon Cooks too. I felt like he was trying to dump it off to the tight end a little too much.
Okay.
Like between CD, who's just like on a tear, like unbelievably, like I've never seen anything like it. Between him, Brandon Cooks, and then Gallup showing up out of nowhere with this bomb in the end zone. Between those three, like there's really no reason to kind of he just seemed like he was pushing it to Ferguson a lot. I don't know why. Like Brandon Cooks is for sure that wide receiver too. Like right now, like it seems to me that's what I'm looking at. I'm definitely rolling with him. Like he went up 173 yards, ended up.
Right.
Like that's an insane amount.
Yeah.
So I'm loving it. So let's roll with him.
Last year, man, Dak, he loved Dalton Schultz, and Schultz left for Houston. And so maybe Ferguson is filling in that spot. Just that's a spot on the field that Dak loves to throw to.
Yeah, he's just not like that. He's not that tight end that's going to rack up these points. He just doesn't seem like he's got that connection, whatever it may be. Like between the wideouts and Dak, like something's going on there.
Yeah,
they're just putting up an insane amount of points.
Yeah. What you think, Tim?
I think I was reading something earlier about, I think it's Jake Ferguson he's had 3 touchdowns in a row this week. This week was 3 in a row. So yeah, just getting on that first Ferguson train for you, the trainer Fergie. But after this week's a bad matchup against Carolina because they're the number 4 hardest team to play for the wide receiver position. But after this week, Dallas Cowboys receivers are like fire all the way through the playoffs. for a strength of schedule matchup. And so, but yeah, Brandon Cooks, man, he has talent to. He's got the talent to be the wide receiver 2 out there, but it's what's Dak like? And he's definitely loving CeeDee Lamb. He's definitely loving that whatever tight end spot that the person's being efficient at, whether that's Jake Ferguson or the next dude up.
Yep. I feel you. All right. Let's get to the question here. Burrow or Fields 6-point touchdown. So I'll let you start off with this one, Tim.
Oh, because it's a Fields question. I got to answer every daggone Fields question now, because even though he's not my boy, he's
Fields
your boy.
expert. You got the spreadsheets on Field. You know what the spreadsheet's telling you?
The spreadsheets tell me that he sucks. All right. So I got Burrow at Baltimore. He's ranked 13th, 18.7 points. And I got Fields at Detroit. He's ranked 15th with 17.1. So I would go Burrow anyway, because I think Burrow, he's probably got a chance to come back and he's trying to get his butt kicked.
What you think, Kyle?
Yeah, I mean, I know it's against Baltimore, but 5 consecutive games with multiple passing touchdowns for Burrow. Like, just don't overthink it. Let's go, Joe.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm with you, Kyle. For me, coming back off of injury, I want to see something first. I'm fine with him doing his thing on my bench. That's how I feel about it. So I'm going with Joe.
Yeah.
So, yep. Go with Joe, man. Let's see. Let's see what we're doing next.
Dale, do you love Joe more or Fields more? You're a big Joe fan.
Come on, man. You can't be serious about this.
Oh yeah.
It's always Joe, man. Like, go Tigers. You know this. Know this. Go Tigers. Always go Tigers.
I gotta see where you're at.
Oh man. Let's look back at some of the results from last week. And in the BS and Beer redraft league, we've got me at top, 8-2, followed by Kyle at 7-3, and all the way down there. Oh, somebody put a smiley. I mean, a little sad face there.
Eliminated. He's eliminated from playoff contention.
Yeah, it's like 1-9 there. A little sad face. Oh,
bald white dude down there.
That's nice. Poor Tim.
I'm brokenhearted about it. I really am.
And this is the Little Rock Dynasty League.
Yes.
I'm 8-2 in this one. Tim is 6-4.
That's right.
All right. And somebody ended up putting a stop sign there. I don't know. Maybe this is like a sign to everybody else in the league to stop helping Tim.
Gosh.
I don't know.
What? Let's see. What help had I received? The last year that I
nothing but help.
Last year that I won the championship, which was 2 years ago. The year before, last year actually, I got second place. The year before, I got first place. The only trade I made, and I told you I made this on purpose. The only trade I made the whole season was with you.
Last year?
The last year that I won.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Right. So you're the only person that helped me my third straight win.
We're talking about this year.
All right. Well, what trades have I made this year?
Well, what trades did you make this year? And not even only just your trades, you're drafting.
Oh,
so much help.
You're mad.
It's nothing but help.
I don't think they tried to help me. I don't think people actually
they helped you.
Them. No, they didn't help themselves. Oh,
thank you, Chandler.
Thanks, Chandler.
Sub.
I will say that Tim's got the most points out of everybody.
Oh yeah, he's got the most points.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah.
he's had the most first overall picks in the league ever.
All right, Kyle, think about this. I traded away Christian McCaffrey and got 2 first-round picks. That sounds pretty fair.
Yeah, honestly, I'd probably rather have McCaffrey though.
There, you see my point? You know? Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. That's absolutely fair. What the hell?
Yeah, exactly. So I got multiple first-round picks because I traded away Christian McCaffrey. That's what he doesn't tell you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then you think the team that traded for Christian McCaffrey is winning?
No.
Is that what you think, Kyle?
Who was it? I want to see where they at on this board.
The first. That's where they are.
The first. This is
the little red thing next to him.
He's ranked 10th right now. He's ranked 10th. But I want to share something, Kyle. All right, let me share my screen. I gotta defend myself right here, real quick. All right, because I got something to prove to Dale and the people. We need a people's court around here. I feel like I'm in people's court. Yeah.
We need to get Judge Judy up in here.
Yeah, I'm about to share. All right, here we are. And this is in Flea Flicker. You go to your league tab, and then you go over here. These are different tabs, but there's leaders, and you can sort all.
Make the font a little bit bigger.
Oh, I got to zoom in. All right. So anyway, that way over here. I'm not sure how to get over there though. Now I've got things. Oh, so way over here. This is optimum points for. So when you got people on your bench not scoring points, it keeps track of. Look who's in the top right there, Dale.
We talked about this last week.
What?
We talked about this last week.
All right. Well, I was drinking then. So he's got the most available points in the league. And then, but he sucks at coaching. He's only got 79%. I got 85% of my points on the points for. Boom. All right, I'm done.
that showed nobody nothing. We talked about this last week.
All right, my bad.
Back to my share. Again, stop helping Tim. There we go. Next league.
Why'd you put a peach there?
Oh, we're getting to it. All right, I am 6-4 in this league. Kyle is 5-5. Tim, 4-6.
That's right.
If somebody sends you a peach emoji, what does that typically mean?
Ass. Means ass.
You don't trade with Tim and help him out. What is he? Thank you.
He's an ass. Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Oh,
thank you.
Oh, you know I'm coming in the playoffs, right? You know I'm going to make the playoffs in this league, right?
This is all I can do is show you guys the results of not helping Tim. It's all I can do. Okay.
These emojis are BS. All right. Emojis are BS. They have nothing. But guess who's coming back this week, Dale? And on my team.
Oh, who's that?
A-Chan. Devon A-Chan.
We talked about this already. We just talked about this.
He's on my league. He's in my team. I was drinking then too. So that's where all my things come from.
Oh, goodness. All right. This is a possible trade here. Trade offer. Redraft. Andrews, Mixon, James Cook, or Kelsey and Bijan Robinson. The full PPR, and he lists out his team right there for you.
Wow. It's a lot to
So I can definitely see trading Andrews because of having McBride on his team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, honestly.
Bijan could be an upgrade for sure. Kelsey, of course, is an upgrade.
Mixon's he's just still kind of underwhelming.
Yeah.
Like he had a couple good games, but he's really been so touchdown dependent that you're like, oh man, he's just not getting the volume. He's just not doing enough with it.
I'm concerned about your next running back position if you trade Mixon and James Cook.
No, don't do it. You can't.
You got Herbert, you got Hunt, and you got Spears left. Like you're gonna be grinding like me I mean, Bijan is good. Don't get me wrong, and especially when they decide to use him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man.
But yeah, other than that, like you've got nothing left in that. So Pollard, you probably want to trade Pollard instead of Mixon.
Really? You want to trade Pollard?
Yeah, I don't like Pollard.
I like the offense he's on. I'll tell you that.
Right, but yeah, he's suffering, man.
Yeah,
he is not balling like he was when he was behind Zeke.
Allergic to the end zone, man.
Right. Well, they've given him several chances. Like at the goal line, he has failed every one of them. So
yeah. Well, this is also a point. Pollard has last 2 weeks of the playoffs. He's got really bad schedule.
Okay.
So let me look up. So that's a option to trade away if you're going to go that route.
I don't know. For me, I'd probably stay with what I got. Yeah.
I'm with you, Dale.
What you think, Tim?
Gosh, I love Kelsey though.
Yeah.
Gives you such an advantage, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's
already good at tight end.
No. Yeah. Kelsey's got some stuff going on off the field. He's distracted. Last week, 3 of 4 targets for 14 yards, man. Come on.
Yeah, he was in Argentina.
Something's going on, man.
I heard Kelsey was in Argentina.
He's going to South America and whatnot. Come on, man. Is he even going to be there for Sunday? God.
That's right.
You see that video? Taylor Swift's dad went to high five him after she said that lyric about Kelsey, and Kelsey just like ignored him. He's just like in the moment.
Oh,
he's like in the moment, and her dad's like high five, and he's just like, and not even
Yes, indeed.
You gotta send me that. I'm curious.
I didn't know it was her dad until earlier today. I was listening to some other podcasts, but yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk some defense here.
Let's do it.
Kyle, let's do it.
Bow. I want winners. I want people that want to win.
Kyle's killer defense.
Bow.
All right, Kyle. Last week, you gave us Pittsburgh and their results. They gave us 6 points. And you also talked to us about Las Vegas, and they also scored 6 points. So what about this week, Kyle?
Super underwhelming. Like they both could have had so much better games. I mean, really, they're just not getting to the quarterback. They had 3 sacks between the two of them. It's like they're not doing enough. That's not what we want. But here's what we're going to do. Steelers, let's run it back. Steelers have Cleveland, and Deshaun Watson going out, like that has to play a factor. It's the AFC North. Like the AFC North division playing each other. Like, am I
right?
Like y'all hear me? Like that's an AFC North divisional game.
Yeah.
Like y'all know what happens. We've watched football long enough.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be a dogfight. Cleveland's gonna bring their A game on defense. Like this game's like 6-9 final type game. I could see it happening. So let's run it back with the Steelers. Let's try one more time. They let me down this week, then I'll move on. I swear.
That's my concern about what we talked about earlier with Burrow versus Baltimore. Another AFC North game that could take one of those ugly turns for fantasy. So.
It could happen. I mean, but then again, you have Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson, and this one's gonna have Kenny Pickett and Dorian Thompson. What's his whole name?
No, I thought it was
the rookie from UCLA.
The other dude though, the dude from XFL, I thought.
Oh, PJ Walker?
Yeah, that's what I thought it was gonna be.
Honestly, I'm good either way. Like I'm still feeling like that vibe. Like, it's AFC North divisional without Joe Burrow, without Lamar Jackson. Like I can see this being like that dog fight. So I'm feeling it. Let's run it back. Like obviously Cleveland's off the board. These are streaming defenses. You gotta dig the bottom of the barrel here. So the other one, this is straight up bottom of the barrel right here. Another divisional game, Washington at New York Giants. Like, I don't know if y'all saw Tommy DeVito playing football last week. Did y'all see that? He played the Cowboys. The Cowboys have a great defense. I get that. But it was painful, man. He's just not he's just a filler. He's not a gamer, and he's on the New York Giants. They're just a terrible, terrible team. The Commanders have not been good on defense. I'll throw that out there. But honestly, like their defense, is better than the Giants offense. That it's a horrible game overall, like that side of the ball.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take the Washington defense over the Giants offense. So let's go Steelers and let's go Commanders.
I can see this happening, Kyle. Like,
I mean, like it's like they're terrible on defense.
Yeah.
But like when you play them against like a JV team, like let's be real. So I'm feeling it. Let's go Commanders.
And yeah, you're right. I saw on Twitter DTR is expected to get the start in Cleveland. So yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Let's go over to you, Tim.
It's time for Timmy's Tips.
Perhaps play a little game called Just the Tip. Just for a second, just to see how it thinks.
All right, Tim, what you got for us this week?
Oh man, we got we're talking about targets per route run. Let me make sure I got the right one. Maybe I do. I'll start sharing here.
Okay.
Boom. All right. So if I click off of here and read my notes, is it going to stop sharing the screen?
No. I'm pretty sure you're sharing the tab, so it's fine. Can you?
Okay, cool.
Try to make it a little bit bigger.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm adjusting. Boom.
All right. Yeah, that's good. I get.
Sweet. So, this week 11, this is our top 25 guys on targets per route run, and we like this stat because it's typically a drawn up play where they're the first read. That's kind of what we're trying to gauge.
Okay.
And it's where the offense is going as a whole, what the coach has planned. And anyway, we got Pittman Jr. up here at the top. We got Brandon Cooks, CD Lamb third, Keenan Allen, Tank Dell, and Mike Evans. These are things I like to pay attention to, and I got some other notes over here. But Calvin Ridley this week, a guy who's usually in the top 15 or so, he was only seeing 8% targets per route run. He only saw 3 official targets. Christian Kirk got 27.8, which is lower on our list. You'll see him right there at number 13 for the week. But he's got limited upside, and even though he continues to be a solid wide receiver too most weeks, if Ridley can't get anything going against Tennessee this week, it'd be hard for me to trust him going forward. So Pittman is finished inside the top 24 for the 5th week in a row and was targeted on almost half of his routes in week 10. Matchups for the fantasy playoffs are pretty great. Pittsburgh, Atlanta, and Las Vegas. So if we got Pittman, or if we can grab Pittman up, he's going to end up probably being a hot target for us. Rondale Moore at 33.3%.
It's a name I hadn't heard all year.
I know, right? Yeah. Yeah, but Kyler's coming back.
Yeah.
Kyler's return. It's great news for Trey McBride, by the way. Big Trey McBride owner. He's doing pretty well in Zach Ertz's IR spot. McBride looks like a weekly tight end 1 for the rest of the season, and Marquise Brown should start popping back in. But I don't expect to continue seeing Rondale Moore up here from here on.
Okay.
Here's one I'm buying into. And it's going to make you happy, but I'm buying into Noah Brown and Tank Dell.
Oh, so you're rolling with Noah Brown now? Huh?
CJ Strouding it up,
172 yards. You better be rolling with him down.
Yeah. Did you see that somebody picked him up this week in the BS and Beer League? None of us had. Yeah, that was a fail on all 3 of us. So Noah Brown and Tank Dell rolled in week 10. Dell was targeted 14 times, and Brown likely benefited from Nico Collins missing the game. But as long as C.J. Stroud remains heavily considered as to the wide receiver position, most of his throws are going to the wide receiver position is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So, he's not doing a lot of check downs, and he's not throwing the tight end a lot. So that's good news whenever we know who the ball is going to go to. And week 10, it was Tank Dell and Noah Brown. So we're rolling with that.
So with Noah Brown doing so well right now, Nico Collins is hurt, but once Nico Collins comes back, he's gonna resume his role.
Yeah.
And so where does that leave Noah Brown and Robert Woods? Like, do you see Robert Woods maybe taking a back seat to Noah Brown now, or?
Yeah, I definitely see Woods taking a back seat, but we can check the next screen. I'm about to move into let me do this one last player, and then we'll move into the rest of the season. I'll give you that answer.
Okay.
So this week we also got Jordan Addison with 17.1% of the targets per route run this. Yeah, but he was getting a lot of touchdowns, and he's just not holding up against the Hawk.
Nice.
And the Hawk has averaged 13.5 targets in 2 weeks since Dobbs has joined the Vikings. And with Justin Jefferson return coming back, I'm not sure Addison's going to be able to carve out a role in the Vikings offense with the Hawk and Jettis coming back.
Yeah.
So yeah, let me click over here to the other screen, which is the rest of season screen. All right. We'll get our data. We'll get more data over here, but I only got the top 25, so I might not have him in here, Dale.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I got Tank Dale's 22nd, 23.65%. What else we got?
What's that last column?
This is moving up and down.
Oh, okay.
Percentage points from last week. But this is targets per route run on the season, a minimum of 135 routes. And anyway, we got a rest of the season. We got risers, which I'm buying into C.J. Stroud and everybody that he throws the ball to. But another one that Dale's going to like is Cortland Sutton. Buying into Cortland Sutton.
Okay.
I think Denver's going to start making this turn. I think Sean Payton's done a great job out there, and he's starting to.
Let's not go too far here, Tim. Great job. I mean,
Well, we've seen Russell Wilson, but he's starting to learn what Russell needs, and it seems like the play calling is kind of changing to fit Russell's style too. So, but Cortland Sutton got 18.8% of the targets per route run, and he should continue to see a steady increase for the rest of the season. And this week he's got Minnesota he's going against. So, but the fallers that we're interested in, which you saw on the other screen, was big -8 over here is Deontay Johnson.
Yeah,
Pittsburgh, 26% of the targets per route run, and that's not looking hot for him for the rest of the season.
It's just because of that offense, man. It's not a great offense. The problem with them is they're 6-3 or something like that, and they need to fire their offense coordinator. How you gonna fire your offense coordinator if you're 6-3?
Yeah. So Pittsburgh leaned on their running game this last week, but with Cleveland next and Kenny Pickett struggling to move the ball, I don't foresee Deontay Johnson being very high on the list moving forward. Another one is Jamar Chase. He shows up on the field, but on the targets per route run list here, and it looks really bad for him with only 24.9%. But it doesn't really tell the whole story, and he's been having lingering back issues. But he is expected to move up.
Yeah, he played through this back issue this last game. The back issue started the game previously. he came down just hard on his back, pretty much.
Yeah.
But he played the next game, and Higgins did not. So there you go.
So
Go Tigers.
last one that was hot. That was hot earlier in the season was Romeo Dobbs with only 20% targets per route run. He did score again in week 10, but his role in the Green Bay offense is getting murky. And he's competing with Justin Watson and Jaden Reed for targets. And our offense isn't that great. So I wouldn't.
Because of that quarterback that you got.
Yeah. Well, so all right, time. Yeah, you're good, Dale. You're right.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
How was your offense?
I don't know if I love him.
So,
you don't love him like you love the other guy?
His name is Love. Come on.
Yeah.
That's a straight up dad joke if I've ever heard one.
Yep. All right. Well, appreciate that, Tim. Good info there.
Boring. It's boring. Nerd talk. I get it.
Yeah, this is what we want.
That's what we're here for.
Like you're not going to be tuning into a fantasy show and calling somebody a nerd, you know.
Good point.
I forgot to mention that I get this from pff.com.
Okay.
By the way, that's where I'm getting those stats and stuff like that. So
yeah. Kyle, what do you think about that Houston situation, the wide receivers, once Nico Collins comes back?
Nico Collins or Robert Woods?
Well, Nico Collins is going to come back, and I assume he's like the number one guy, period.
I don't think you can, like, with how hot they've been, you got to play the hot hand, and you got to just, like, roll with what's working, right? Like, I would feel very uncomfortable, like, having Nico Collins take all those targets away from these guys that are absolutely playing out of their minds. Like, that's just, it seems like a bad idea to me. I would stick with what I know, stick with what works. You know?
Nico Collins is still their top wide receiver, the overall producer for the season.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He only got 2 more receptions than Tank Dell, but he's got 100 more yards. He's got 1 less touchdown, and 4 less targets than Tank Dell. So.
I feel like Tank Dell's hitting his stride, man.
Yeah. He's just what 5'11", something like that.
No, he's not a big guy. Get
right.
That. Yeah.
So, yep. All right. Well, let's get over to our last segment here. We're going to talk about the matchups, and we're going to pick some games. So let's do that.
And now let's look at this week's matchups.
Hey, Tim, you saw I made something new?
You're right. You're right. You know what that reminded me of? That's like that time whenever I didn't notice that your hair was different. Remember that? Remember I didn't notice that your hair was different, Dale. And then you're like, "What, Tim? You don't like my hair?" And I'm like, "No, you're right. You know, I'm sorry. I didn't see it. I wasn't paying attention like that."
Oh, yep. All right, let's talk about our pick'em. Let's see, up top we got Mr. Chow leading the way. Kyle has fallen down to 3rd place.
He's
there.
Dropping, man, dropping.
Yeah, yes, it's hard to sustain that top spot there, Kyle. I know.
Yeah.
Let's see. Dave at number 4. I can't believe he's still up there. Like Dave always drops. Oh my God. B Train at 7. Craig is at 9. My God, the Queefers, number 10. Tomas at 11. Duke at 12. I'm at 13. Tim all the way down there, number 16.
I forgot to do it last week. All right.
Hey, I don't want to hear your excuses, Tim. Nobody wants to hear that crap.
I'm 12 points behind you, and I forgot to do it last week. Maybe you're really bad at this.
whatever you're behind me, that's all I know. You're
Okay.
losing.
All right. Look, I'm gonna set my daggum alarm because I ain't gonna sit here and keep listening to this. I'm gonna make I got some reminders around here. Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
That's your lineup, you idiot.
So yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen with this this pick'em league. I mean, still got some more time. Still got some more time. We go all the way through the playoffs, so never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So let's get to our first matchup. We've got Cincinnati at Baltimore. Baltimore is a 4-point favorite. The total is 46. Kyle, let's talk about Cincinnati first with Joe Burrow, QB 13. He completed 27 of 40 for 347, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, added 20 rushing yards also. Again, Chase playing through that back injury, ranked wide receiver 3. He got 124 yards receiving and 1 touchdown. But one of the most interesting things here is the tight end position. Tanner Hudson, tight end 22.
Yeah.
This is a new name, Kyle. He actually put up some points last week. It's not a million points or anything, don't get me wrong, but he put up points at a tight end position.
Yeah.
So talk to me about Cincinnati, man.
Yeah, I feel like Tanner Hudson's like that new name on the map.
Yeah.
7 targets coming from Joe Burrow.
Right.
I do got to give a shout out, not listed on here, Trenton Irwin, the guy that caught the first touchdown.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Hard High School, let's go, man. Shout out to Hard High School and Trent Irwin.
You played with him, right?
No, my younger brother.
Younger brother, okay.
He's young. I'm old. He's young. You know how it goes. But yeah, Tanner Hudson, like 7 targets right off the bat. That kind of catches your eye. If you got him in a PPR setup, like that's kind of like a spot start right there.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's maybe not your tight end every week, but at the same time, if he's getting catching 6 out of the 7, ends up with like almost 10 points, I'll take that from a tight end like any day of the week. Like that's something that kind of just got me on the radar.
Yep.
I guess the other thing is still Joe Mixon, man. Like we talked about it a little earlier. I'm waiting for him to kind of like produce the way he should. He's really like he's not not missing out on too much volume, like 11 carries. He had like a couple targets. I mean, he's still getting the touches and they're still including him in the game.
Mm-hmm.
He's part of the game plan. He's just not producing.
Yes.
I'm not
Very
sure what's going on with that. Yeah. But still part of the game plan. So like I'm still optimistic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And Dynasty, you should be concerned because I think they're going to get rid of him next year.
He's gone next year.
Yeah. Oh. All right. Let's go over to the Baltimore side. Tim, Lamar Jackson, the guy that you traded.
Yeah.
Still sting?
It stings. I traded him for Kirk Cousins.
Good.
Oh my God. Wow.
This was years ago. I don't care. Stuff, that's all.
He's one of the. I needed to make a trade to make room on the roster to keep other players. So
exactly,
it is what it is.
Sure, exactly. You did.
I traded like a 3 for. I traded like 3 players away for 2.
Okay.
So
Lamar Jackson completed 13 of 23 passes, 223, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, added 41 yards rushing. But the big surprise for Baltimore has been Keaton Mitchell. He's ranked the RB30. He scored 19 fantasy points last week. When he gets the ball, he's kind of just shot out of a cannon. He's a smaller guy, but he's fast. So I started to kind of put him on the cartoon there in the car. To see what you guys thought about him. But
in the Hertz rental car?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Sponsored by Hertz.
Yeah. So talk to me about the Ravens here, Tim.
Well, I like the Ravens. I've always liked the Ravens. And their defense is always good, man.
It's still signs.
Still signs.
Hardball,
I think that's the wrong one. I think we're talking about the other one.
Yeah. So he's stealing signs. That was it. But yeah, I think they've been doing pretty well so far, and I like Lamar's running the game and running ability. I think both. For me, it's can Cincinnati's offense keep up with Baltimore's defense? Both of them got pretty good offenses, but that Baltimore's defense is going to end up winning the game, in my opinion. So,
okay. Along these same lines here, we got a question. Starts his question. Start Waddle, Monty, or Mixon in the flex. It's a PPR.
ooh,
What you think, Tim?
I'm thinking. I'm typing. Got to type. I wasn't ready for a question. I'm saying with Monty is David Montgomery, right?
Yeah, David Montgomery. Mm-hmm.
I mean, he had that flash. It looked like he was back. Like it was, it wasn't his blocking. Like he got into the second level and he made some moves and some cuts that like showed you that he's like officially back. Still, even saying that, like I love Waddle and I love Miami's offense. So like, honest to God, it's so hard to sit like a Jalen Waddle.
Right. He goes off on the bench, I'm gonna be upset.
Dude. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry. Like it's so hard to sit somebody on an offense like that. With Mixon doing what he's doing, Montgomery, like I'm still, he's had some huge games. I get that, but I'm not sitting Waddle. No way in hell.
Yeah, I can understand that call. Yeah, I got Montgomery at 14 points, Waddle at like 13, and Mixon at like 11 and a half. So Montgomery, Waddle, and Mixon. But also Montgomery's going against Chicago. That's a division rival right there. You like to run the score up a little high.
Yeah.
They might end up getting some extra points, but I can't. I would hate for Waddle to score like 36 points on the bench.
It's PPR, man. Come on.
There you go. That's your answer right there. We all going Waddle. So.
Yeah.
All right. So let's pick this game. Cincinnati's at Baltimore. Baltimore 4-point favorite. Kyle, who you got?
I'm taking the home team and I'm taking the points. Let's do it.
Okay. Tim?
All right, my man. I'm really inclined to pick Baltimore here, but I don't think they're going to win it by 3.5. That's 4 points. They'll probably win it by 3. So I got to go Cincinnati plus 3.5.
Yep. I am agreeing with you, Tim. Go Tigers.
Oh.
Ravens probably got somebody from LSU, I'm sure.
I'm sure they got somebody, They got the linebacker.
They got OBJ.
Queen and OBJ. That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, man.
I forgot about him since he's been on a boat.
Oh my God.
Hey, he had a 40-yard touchdown last week. Come on, man. Give him some credit. He's there. He's playing.
All right. The intern messed up the next slide. So it is Arizona at Houston. Houston is a 5-point favorite. The total is 47.5. Let me remove this and go back here. Intern, got to get a new intern. All right, Kyler Murray, he's back, Tim. And he is ranked QB 12.
Yeah.
In his first game back, he completed 19 of 32, almost 250 yards. With an interception, he added 35 yards on the ground in the touchdown. So that was pretty good to see, coming off of that ACL, and the fact that he's willing to run, and he looked good running. He looked fine. So now that he's back, we talked about Trey McBride earlier, and he's ranked the tight end 7. He caught 8 passes, 131 yards. Talk to me about what you're expecting to see from the Cardinals offense, Tim.
I'm expecting that uptick that we saw last year because Kyler was kicking it with DeAndre Hopkins, and he was feeding Hopkins and Brown last year. Hopkins got traded away, so I'm expecting something to be falling over to Trey McBride now, and they've been super happy with Trey McBride's progress so far.
Mhm.
So I'm kind of expecting Brown and McBride to start kicking in and getting some more points on fantasy side as a whole. But they just got that guy Michael Carter, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Your boy Michael Carter.
Sure
So
did pick up Michael Carter. Yep.
Yeah.
The other guy, it was another little rookie, man. Let me find his name. A rookie running back. That's what he is. It is DeMarcado. He's been hurt. And so maybe the injury is a little bit more serious for DeMarcado, and that's probably why they picked up Michael Carter. But yeah, that was just a name that was floating out there maybe a few weeks ago as a potential guy. So
yeah, well, Connor was hurt. Yeah,
right. While Connor was hurt.
Yeah, I don't expect him to be doing very much play as Connor there.
Yep. Let's go over to the Houston side. Kyle, we got CJ Stroud, QB7, completed 23 passes, 356 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, added 8 yards on the ground, and another score.
Mhm.
And so he's put together some really, really good weeks. We're starting to see pass catchers emerge. Noah Brown, we talked about him. Tank Dell, we talked about Nico Collins. Dalton Schultz now is also going to be a guy at tight end that you probably want to look at getting. He's ranked tight end 8. He caught 6 targets. I'm sorry, he caught 4 of his 6 targets for 71 yards. He's been pretty consistent. And one league, I'm actually starting Schultz and McBride together because it's bye weeks and stuff like that. So yeah, talk to me about Houston, Kyle.
Oh, I don't blame you at all about the double tight end.
Yeah,
I was actually right there with you. I had a Dalton Schultz, Evan Ingram type going on last week. So I feel that Schultz, like, he's still producing. He's like that safety valve that, rookie quarterback really kind of needs.
Yes.
And I really wish I would have seen this coming earlier. I wasn't sold on him at the beginning. And now the more you see, Stroud's coming into his own, he's doing his thing. Like, he's a player in this league now. And it's really nice to have him have that safety valve. But man, can they just keep this up, or is this just kind of like a stretch that they're going through? I'm not sure that this is going to be like this for the rest of the season. I mean, I'd love to see it, but yeah, man, what they're doing right now is crazy, and I don't know if you can keep that up the whole season.
Oh, I'm buying in, Kyle. I think I'm starting Stroud over Dak this week.
Oh my gosh, that's saying a whole lot, though. I mean, I don't know what Tim's thinking on that, but I'm. Even with the matchups, I don't know about that. Dak seems like the obvious choice.
He's on the road.
He's whew. If you thought CJ Stroud was on a roll, if you want to find somebody hotter, just look at Dak.
Yeah, he's hot. Don't get me wrong, and that's why I'm bringing it up.
That's your quarterback room right there. Dak and CJ. Oh my god!
He's got Justin Stroud and Fields in that league. He's got Stroud, Fields. I mean, sorry,
Herbert, Fields, Dak Prescott, and Stroud.
I'm
loaded at quarterback all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Where last year I couldn't put together 2 good quarterbacks,
So you get to start 2 of them?
No, it's only 1.
Oh
no.
Jeez.
Yeah. The problem is nobody really wants to trade. People were like, I don't want Dak. Dak suck. Look, I'm not that car salesman, so I'm not gonna keep pounding them and all this kind of stuff. You know,
I
but
don't keep pounding them. I don't keep pounding them like
yeah,
that.
you keep pounding them and impounding them too.
I hound you.
He's putting a boot on it and everything.
That's right. You impound those cards.
I hound you as jokes. But you are hoarding all the quarterbacks right now.
Wow.
I tried to trade them. I tried. I tried 2 times to trade with 2 different people. They're like, I don't want no Dak Prescott. No, Dak suck.
I think somebody
Why
came to
me. Trade somebody else then. Trade CJ or trade.
Well, no, nobody wants to. Nobody wants a rookie. All right, so you can't trade a rookie. All right, that's out.
What do you mean? I just traded for a rookie a couple of weeks ago, and you complained about it.
You traded for a rookie quarterback?
No, Jackson Smith.
You're talking about a wide receiver. That's 2 different things, Tim. That's 2 different things. Nobody talking about that.
All right.
Yeah, nobody's going. They don't want to really trade for quarterbacks too often in that league, but especially a rookie quarterback. So that's something I knew I was going to have to hold on to him. I wouldn't even drafted him if I would have known I was going to obtain some other quarterbacks. But whatever. Yeah. I'll figure out what to do with him at the end of the season.
I like the predicament you're in because you're going to have to make some hard choices here pretty soon.
Yeah, I will, and we'll see what I end up doing. It won't be anything with you, so worry about that.
Of course. I was daydreaming today about my segment. I was going to try to trade you something with Mahomes and Stroud in it, live on the air. That was my thing.
The answer is no.
See what I'm saying?
Like, man, I would have loved to see that.
I am not even considering the trade.
He's so crazy. Look at this guy. He's so hard to work with, man.
It's a trade embargo. That's what it is.
See what I'm saying? Wow.
So,
all right, what game we're talking about?
This is how you respond to Tim when he wants to trade. No. Simple.
It's known that teams that trade with Tim become better.
Teams that trade with Tim don't make the playoffs.
No, Nick trades with me a lot, and he's gotten better. Sam, when he was trading with me, he got better and came back and got second. Like there are a lot of teams. I mean, he got second to me. See, Nick got second to me. He beat everybody else, but not Tim.
Okay.
So, hey, they got better.
All right, let's pick this game. Arizona at Houston. Houston, the 5-point favorite. Tim, who you got?
I done forgot who we were talking about.
I just rattled off the teams.
There's nothing on the team. There's nothing on the
Cardinals
screen here.
At Texans. Texans got a 5-point favorite.
I told you the intern messed up the slide. I told you that.
Gosh. Yeah. Texans are 5-point favorites.
Yes.
5 points versus Cardinals. Cardinals suck this year, though, man.
Okay.
It's hard to eat those points though. The 5 points.
That's right.
Look, I'm gonna go with the hot hand though, man. I'm on the Texans, the Houston Texans, man, because I'm on Team Stroud.
Wow.
I hate to say that, but yeah.
Okay.
I'm going with Houston -5. I hate that.
All right, Kyle, who you got?
I thought we were gonna have some family going on, but I'm gonna have to kill it right away because I'm going with Arizona, man. They got that win last week. They're Kyler's coming back. He's just like, we forget that he's a playmaker. Like that big 3rd and 10 where he needed something to happen. He's just running around like for his life, and he comes up with 15 plus and gets the first and then win the game. Man, give me the Cardinals. 5 points is a lot. They may not win, but yeah, I'm taking Arizona.
All right. I am going with Arizona. I think at the very least they're gonna keep it close.
There you go. Me and Dale gonna have a drink. That's right.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get our stuff back. And the last matchup for this week.
That's a good game.
Is Philadelphia at Kansas City. Kansas City 2.5-point favorite. 45.5 is the total. Let's talk about Philadelphia side first, Kyle. Jalen Hurts, QB2. He's still kind of dealing with that hip injury or something, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's not 100.
Yeah,
but
yeah. He's still playing. He's not missing any playing time or anything like that. But just kind of keep that in mind when you start thinking about rushing totals from Hurts. You may not see as much from him. But this last game, he got 17 of 23 for 207, 2 touchdowns, 36 yards rushing, and a touchdown on the ground. Of course, the tush push, brotherly shove, whatever you want to call it. He's still doing that. So that's always big for his fantasy points.
Right.
It seems like he's responsible for a touchdown, at least one every week. So that's a pretty safe bet. Another safe bet, AJ Brown, wide receiver 2, been killing it this whole year. Caught 7 of 9 for 66 yards and a touchdown. He just been unstoppable since week 1. Do we see this trend continue this week, Kyle?
Yeah, I think so. Honestly, this is a revenge game. Like, let's not forget, like, this is a Super Bowl rematch and they lost. Like, this is, I mean, that has to be big for them.
Yeah.
Like, that has to factor in at some point. Like, these guys are professionals. It's their job. I get that. But, man, like, it's got to hurt. And that's got to be in the back of their mind this whole game. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that they're going to come out. They're going to have that fire that, I love how they just got the bye week. Everybody's rested. Everybody's ready to go. Like, they've been thinking about this for a couple weeks now. So they're going to be ready to go and they're going to be fired up. So I don't see, AJ Brown getting stopped anytime soon.
Yeah. It's one person that will not be ready to go for Philadelphia. That's Goddard. He's still injured. And so as a result of him being injured, we've seen a lot more work for Devonta Smith. He caught 3 balls, 51 yards, and a touchdown. We'll see if that kind of picks up this next week. But historically speaking, Devonta Smith has picked up his usage and targets when we seen that tight end out. So let's keep an eye on that. Let's go to the Kansas City side. Tim, we got Patrick Mahomes, QB1, 20 of 30 for 185, 2 touchdowns. He ran a ball for about 24 yards, did lose a fumble. But, coming off that bye, everything like that. I know you're real high on Rashee Rice.
Yeah.
And, he's the wide receiver 30. But you talked to me about his red zone targets.
Oh yeah, I don't have that data straight up on me, but he's been targeted in the red zone. Anything that's about 15 yards out, seems like Kansas City's targeting him in the red zone. Okay. And he's got, let me grab his stat sheet real quick. But I think he's got a touchdown. Let's see here. Well, all right. He's averaging a touchdown every other game. So last week was a bye week, so maybe that counts, right?
Yeah. So what you're saying, Tim?
Yeah.
Is due. I think that's what I heard there, Tim.
He's due. Dale math. He's due. Yes.
There we go. Count on a touchdown for Rashee Rice this week, according to Tim. There you go.
Well, when he doesn't have a touchdown, he's scoring. Sometimes he's scoring like 10 points or so. I'm just looking at things, but he's hit and miss. He's young. He's a young pass catcher, so he's going to be hit and miss for a little while till he builds up that steam with Mahomes. So,
well, one thing that's kind of been ticking down has been the running game in Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco, he's ranked RB19. This past week, he got 66 yards, only one target so far. What is this last week? He didn't get any touchdowns or anything like that. I don't know, it's been kind of a dip these past few games for him. He was hot there for a second. I mean, can he kind of catch that heat back again?
I don't know, man. He ran. He got 16 attempts actually last time. 4.1 yards an attempt. So he might come out doing a little bit of something, but I'm not looking for anything fantastic out of him.
Yeah, before the past 2 games, he had 5 games straight with double-digit fantasy points.
Did he really? I mean,
yeah, 5 games straight.
I don't see that. Pacheco?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're lying.
Yeah, week 3, he scored like 14 points, 23 points, 12 points, 12 points, 14 points.
No, 9.8.
Okay.
No,
it's not in a row. You talking about the whole year or in a row?
Yeah,
in
a row. I just read all those double-digit numbers in a row.
Yeah, you read them. You read them wrong somewhere because not on. All right.
Oh God.
I don't see it.
Yeah, I know you don't see it.
Yeah. You get 30.
Let me pause the show to share my screen now.
Yeah. Maybe.
Here we go.
Your points are adjusted for half PPR, maybe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, it's half PPR. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Right. So look, man, I looked him up through. I looked him up directly just on the site, so they didn't have half PPR in our league has. So that's where week 6 is different because he had some targets in week 6. So all right, I'll take it. I'll concede to you, sir. You're correct, Dale. Better take this clip and shove it.
Okay. Now, let's pick this game. Philadelphia at Kansas City. Kansas City, a 2.5-point favorite. Give me Philadelphia. Kyle, who you got?
Yes, that's right. That extra little 2.5 just makes it even easier to pick this one. I just feel like, it's at Kansas City. I get that, but they're pissed off. They are upset about what happened last year. Man, they're gonna come out like super, super fired up. Love it. Let's give me some points, DeAndre Swift. Please get back in my lineup and give me some points. Let's go, Philly.
All right. Oh, Tim.
Oh man, I heard something. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that in the background? That was the bird dog coming out. Bird dog whiskey.
The bird? The Philadelphia
Candy cane whiskey. Calm down, doggy dog. Calm down. This family time, baby. All right, I poured this. I'm talking.
All right, let's go. Everybody drink up. I like it. Ooh. We're going to get Philadelphia to win there. They go boom. Nice confetti. Yeah.
Like the worst. We need to fire that intern. Gets another free guy. Does work for.
There we go.
He's the one that does the car.
The one that does the car. Okay.
I was talking about the Hertz rental car.
Yeah. All right. Okay, that's gonna wrap it up for us this week on Frenemies Fantasy Football Podcast. Appreciate you guys joining us. Appreciate the questions and everything like that.
Yeah.
You guys got anything else you want to say before we out of here?
It's a Saints bye week, so
they can't hurt
us. Red zone, here we come.
That's right. They can't hurt us this week.
Hey, Dale, why didn't you? I just realized you said you bought like 3 jerseys for like $15 each or something.
They're on the way.
Why didn't you get like a Fields jersey for like $6?
If I find one, I will get a Fields jersey. Yeah,
he sucks.
I will definitely get a Fields jersey if I find one on sale. Yes.
Yeah.
I am not opposed to that. So, yep. All right. There's just one last thing I will leave you guys with.
I hate you guys so very, very much.
That's right. And we are out.
Remember to follow us on social media at BSN Beer Media. Also, smash the like button on YouTube and share with friends.